Well, now, as that cost of living squeeze tightens, childcare costs have always been a big concern. A report has suggested that 62% of paries and families are spending the same amount on childcare as on rent, an enormous burden. Well, how can we sort this out? Joining me now is Dan Pryor, Head of Research at the Adam Smith Institute. Welcome to the programme. In the UK, childcare seems to be a lot more expensive than comparable countries, particularly in Europe. Why is this?
Yeah, that's correct. We've clearly got a massive problem with the way that we run childcare in the UK. We spend close to the EU average, but we have some of the highest childcare costs in the entire developed world, just under a third of an average person's earnings per year. And it's also a key driver of gender inequality, as well as being a cost of living catastrophe, as you mentioned in your intro. And arguably the key problem that we have is this lack of supply. Our childcare sector is extremely heavily regulated by international standards without seeing much of a payoff in terms of higher quality. For example, we have, as I think has been discussed on your program before, some of the strictest child to staff ratios in the world. If we relax these to, say, Scandinavian standards, I don't think the kind of prospect of Norwegian style childcare should scare many people. Then we could, by some estimates, half the cost of childcare. And when this has been mentioned in the past, people have, I think, understandably been worried that it would lead to a decline in quality, but there is little evidence that suggests this. And there's also very strict rules on small scale and informal childcare as well, sort of care in communities, for example, or small scale childminding. That also drives up costs massively. And Arya Babu of the Entrepreneurs Network, who I believe you've spoken to before, has this great suggestion of just automatically allowing people that we already trust with children to do childcare, parents of other children, doctors, teachers, nurses, for example. So on the regulation side, there's plenty we can do.